doing it. Yep, I've been doing it. What the heck have I been doing? I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Why have I been playing Red Dead Redemption? Because I needed to remember how to pop people in order to play this deck. That's facts. So if you listen, before anybody gives me any slack, because I be giving Snake Eyes a lot of shit throughout the past year and a half. I had to mix it with this deck because it's the best way to play the deck, and I had to do it. Also, I believe this is probably one of the strongest, best decks that can put up a fight. It wouldn't be one of my videos without sirens in it. It just wouldn't be. One day is gonna happen. But either way, yeah, I believe this is one of the best decks right now for this meta, and we're talking about El Pollo, aka the hot chicken. You know what I'm saying? Which we did mix it with the Snake Eye shenanigans. Now again, some of you, especially the people that have been here for a minute, know how much I've hated on Snake Eyes for the past year and a half because I got tired of seeing the deck, whatever. But I believe that Fire King, which is one of my favorite decks in this game, high key facts, no hesitation on saying that one. I love the artwork, I love the playstyle of this deck, and I love everything about it. So the best deck to counter my list, or one of the best decks to counter my list, is this one. Why? Because what do you want to do against my list? You want to get rid of their bodies. What does this deck do? Pop a bunch of shenanigans on the field. That's what this deck does. Pop everything. Pop everybody's mom in the mouth. That's what you're going to do when you're playing this deck. Also, this deck does not care about banishing. You don't banish anything. The only thing that you banish in this deck is, of course, the Sea Lantis if you're going for the OTK, but you might not even need to do that line, so you don't really care. And two, the second thing that you're going to banish is the Whale. If a Link 3 or lower gets popped on the field, then you could banish this to pop a card on the field. Those are the only two cards in this deck that banish besides your Call by the Grave. And this deck does not give a about Lancia. It does not care about Lancia whatsoever. So I think this is probably one of the best decks that you could be playing right now in the game. Now, of course, whether you hate Snake Eyes or not, you have to, because you need more fire monsters. Fire King alone is not consistent enough to play against Lancia. I mean, not Lancia, against my list. It's not enough. You don't have enough bodies. You don't have enough poppy shenanigans. You need to make this consistent, so you have to play all the fire monsters that you can. And this is the best engine because it searches your one card combo into your Fire King shenanigans. Therefore, we're going to break down the deck list. I popped my list in the mouth 5 times, so I have 5 replays for you. So with that being said, we're going to break it down. It's going to be 1 Snake Eyes Ash, 1 Fire King Ponex, 1 Snake Eyes Poplar, 2 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, which luckily for us is also a fire monster, 1 Fire King Arvada, 3 copies of the Olcanex because she is technically the best 1.5 card combo because you're gonna need another fire monster to pop. So we play her at 3. We're gonna play 3 Lancia, which is a gift and a curse. Of course, it's great if you're playing against my list. It sucks against mostly anything else. Well, it does stop a certain amount of shenanigans, but it sucks for us because it's a light monster. We really want to play fire monsters in this deck. Now, I know you're looking at this right next to the Lancia, right? That is what I call an idiocity, all right? It's a mistake. I was playing the Millennium Engine, didn't even realize that I left that in there. So I've been clapping people with a Garnet in my deck that I didn't even know was in there. So just take the thing out and just add whatever else you want. Maybe the 3rd copy of the Infinite Impermanence. I don't know, but you could play whatever you want. Maybe add the 3rd copy of the Deception then. But I did not know that was in there. Now, there is a replay that you're going to see the Millennium Engine. Now, I'm going to tell you why I was playing the Millennium Engine. Easy. It's just really good for going second. Also kind of really good for going first. It lets us go into the Zombie Vampire. And 3, it essentially provides us with a fire monster with that Snake Eye, related. It provides you with a fire monster. So if you don't want to use both of the level 8s to go into Zombie Vampire, you could just summon this thing, pop this thing, get Garunix, and you can make plays from there. So those were the reasons why did I take it out, because in one of my games, I had the harsh realization that this kills the whole Millennium Engine. Therefore, we should not be playing it. So we're going to play 3 copies of the Diablo Star. Of course, I don't know how this thing is still at 3. But don't mind me. 3 copies, 1 copy of the Fire King High Arvada Garunix, 1 copy of the Snake Eyes Flameberg, 1 copy of the Sacred Fire King Garunix, 3 copies of the Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Thank you, Konami. I missed you. This thing freaking, I'm telling you, I freaking love this deck. The artwork, everything top tier. We're gonna play 1 copy of the 1-for-1, 1 copy of the Bonfire, 1 copy of the original Sinful Spoils. I don't know how this thing didn't get banned, but it's still in the game, so yay. 1 copy of the Hollow Asemina, 1 copy of the Fire King Island, 1 copy of the Fire King Sanctuary, 2 copies of the Deception, 2 copies of the Call by the Grave, 1 copy of the Wanted, because you want these W's out here in these Yu-Gi-Oh! Malist streets, alright? That's what you want, so you play 1 copy of that. 1 copy of the Fire King Skyburn, 2 Infinite Impermanences. I was playing this at 3, bumped it down for ratio wise. Clearly, you could add the 3rd one in there. I'm gonna leave that once, or you could just play the deck at 41. Or you could just get rid of one or other card in here if you want to. It's up to you how you want to play the game. I don't tell people how to play. Then we're going to play 3 copies, unless you ask me. 3 copies of the Infinite Dominus Impulse, because this thing is cracked right now. It's one of the only hand traps that can actually do something to my list. So therefore, we play 3 copies of it. We are fire deck. It does kill our Maxi. Which is also why we don't play Nib. Also, one of the downsides to this deck against my list is that you're playing a dangerous game. This is really good against my list. You're going to see in the replays how we bully them a little bit. But also, once the binder hits the field, you're most likely going to lose this game. Because losing these from the graveyard, losing almost anything from your graveyard is sad times for you. Which you only play 1 copy of the Fire King Garunix. You only play 1 copy of Arvata. And then, you know, anything else you only really play 1 copy of. So there is a downside against my list. But most of the time you bully them, especially if you go first, which is almost any deck. But whatever. For the extra deck, we're going to play 1 Sylvia, because we're playing the Deception. That's why we're playing the Deception with the Diablo Star, because it's really easy to get into our Fire King Snake Eye combos just by legitimately doing the Asemina line, because this thing can search spoils, which is crazy that you send this to the graveyard with spoils and you do your combos. Crazy shenanigans. So that's why we play 1 Sylvia. We're gonna play 1 Murcielago, yeah, the bat. Then we're gonna play 1 the Zombie Vampire. We're gonna play 1 Garunix Eternity. We're gonna play 1 Link Kuribo. I am playing the Duel Little Chimera. Now this is, you either play this or you play give me a second. Yeah, so you either play that thing, right? You either play the Dual Little Chimera or you play the Salamangreat Sunlight. Now, the reason why I'm not playing the Sunlight, as good as it is, honestly, it's really good. You probably should be playing it. I just play the deck however I want. But if you want to add it in there, it's honestly really good. It's probably the best choice. I just like having the ability to end games as soon as possible in a state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everybody has Maxi and Fufalos. Therefore, I'm trying to do the maximum damage with the least amount of summons possible. This thing giving me an attack boost can come in handy in terms of ending games quicker, which is why I like it. Also, if it gets popped, you get to recycle one of the fire monsters back to the hand. So there's a lot of good things, a lot of recursion from just having this thing in your deck that I prefer over the Sunlight. So it's up to you as to whether you want to play either or. We're going to play 1 Nightmare Phoenix. You could also just switch that out for the Sunlight if you want. It's up to you, honestly. We're going to play 1 Heta, which is, I think is mandatory. 1 copy of the IP Mascarenita, 1 SP The Littlest Knight, 1 copy of the Promethean Princess, which maybe you should be playing that too because of the banishing shenanigans. But honestly, if you already lost your princess and you lost Garunix and Arvata, you might just have to go home, bro. Then we're gonna play 1 of the Whale. We're gonna play Apollo of the USA. Honestly speaking, I barely even made this. Rarely ever even made this. IP almost got smoked all of the time. So if you want to take that out for another fire monster, you can. But of course, you want to have this just so you can have your negates, which is one of the great things about this deck. You don't need negates. This deck can play without negates. I smoked them without negates. You're gonna see 1 copy of the World Sea Dragon Sea Lantis, and then 1 copy of the Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. So with that being said, that is the deck list, nice and tight. 41, which technically you could have it at 42 or 40, is up to you. I have 5 replays. If you guys enjoy the content, if you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would really appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Let's get into them games. Oh, real quick, I almost forgot. I show you guys how the deck did. Now, yeah, we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. So we went 12 and 8, and honestly, in this current meta right now, in the state of the game, going 12 and 8 is honestly great in my opinion. So yeah, now let's get into the replays. All right, familia, here we are for replay numero uno, number 1 of the day. Quick disclaimer: if you see me make weird plays or little mistakes here and there with this deck, I didn't practice it at all. If you want to go see the last stream, I actually just built it on stream and played it off of muscle memory based on how many times I played against freaking Snake Eyes. But either way, now the Fire King version of the deck, I know how to play because I love Fire King. So here we're gonna activate the Abyssal, send Organic. We're gonna set the Deception so I could deceive my opponent. Activate that thing's effect, send the Diablo Star. Get myself the Hollow Asemina. Activate that thing's effect. And I went for the Sylvie, right? So if you're wondering why I did this, I'm not too sure. I don't remember if their field was glowing while the time I was doing my combo or not. But this is protection against Niv and a bunch of other shenanigans. Also, again, just for any hand trap. Now, I didn't need to go to Murcielago as well because I already did the whole Hollow Asemina line. I mean, going into Murcielago, I could have gotten the Wanted for extra shenanigans, but we didn't necessarily need it. So here we're going to activate the 1-for-1, send the Organics, special summon the Ash, activate the Ash, you know how that works, special summon, well, get the Poplar, special summon the Poplar, activate the Poplar. We're going to get ourselves the original Sinful Spoils because we always go back for seconds. And why did it, you see, here clearly I should have linked off into the Linkuriboh. Maybe this comes back and that's why I did it. Because we're going to special summon the Ponix, right? Okay, never mind. So I guess it just didn't matter. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. Never mind. So we're going to put this in the back, activate the Ponix, get ourselves the Sanctuary because I need a home. We're going to activate the Ash, get both of these out of here, special summon the Flamebird. We could speed this up. You've seen the dancing time. Activate the Sanctuary. We're going to activate the island. That's where I live at. We're going to pop the Ponix, get ourselves the Organics to the hand. The Garunix, activate Garunix, special summon it, activate Garunix effect. We're going to pop the Arvata. Arvata is going to activate, special summon Organics. We're going to use both of these monsters here to go into the IP Mascarenita. We're going to activate the Flamebird, special summon the Poplar, special summon the Ash, link the Ash off into the Linkuriboh. Mind you, I didn't practice this, bro. I just played the deck. That's how much I freaking played against it that I know how to do all of this. As we go into Promethean Princess. And if you don't believe me, just go watch the stream. We're going to special summon the Flamebird. We're going to activate the Flamebird's effect, put the IP in the back, use both of these, link them off into the Whale. And there it goes. Then they're going to activate the Hare. Hare's going to banish the Dormouse. No, we're not doing that. We're going to activate the Sylvia immediately, negate that, because as long as that's banished, it's not coming back. Activate the Hollow Asemina, return the Sylvia. So essentially, yeah, they were bluffing with this thing throughout the game. That's what it was. But making the Murcielago would have been the better play, because if I would have made Murcielago, I think I could have brought the Sylvie back, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, if you're wondering why I negated this being special summon, it's because once they're in the banish zone and they can't make it out of there, they won't be able to make it out of there unless they have the trap that special summon it from the banish zone, or they get the quick play spell. I think it's special summon it too. So that being in the banish zone is not really good for them. As we're going to activate the Deception, we're going to set this back. Organix is going to get popped. And we're going to special summon Garunix back. Well, the high avatar Garunix onto the field. We're going to activate the Ponix, bring it back to the hand because it was popped. And with this, we have no negates, right? We could special summon IP in order to go into Apollo if we can, which we didn't get to. And then we just have a bunch of popping shenanigans. So we're going to special summon the IP onto the field. They're going to activate the Underground. They're going to banish the Dormouse. Don't have anything to negate that with. They're going to special summon it, but I'm going to pop it, get it out of here. And by doing so, this is why this deck is so good against this deck. By popping that, it's already been banished. Meaning if they banish it again, they can't get it back. The only way this thing can make it out of the graveyard right now is with a Splash Mage, and we do not care. As we're going to activate the Sacred Fire King Garunix, special summon it, pop the Kirin, activate the Kirin, special summon Arvata, pop the Hare. They're going to activate the Ghost Sarcophagus here. They're going to banish a copy of the Rabbit, activate the Rabbit's effect. Of course, I'm going to negate that because once they're banished, they can't come back. You see how great this is? Now they have two bodies that are banished. Really hard for them to get them back. One of the bodies has already been banished. This thing, if it gets banished, they have a normal summon. They could normal summon it. But all I'm doing is preventing them from getting bodies onto the field as well. As we're going to pop the Promethean Princess, activate Ponyx, special summon Ponyx, activate Ponyx effect. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Because we still have the 2 level 8. So if they special summon and I want to go into the Xyz monster and just wipe their board, they were not playing through this without like a droplet or something, and even droplet wouldn't have helped that much. So with that being said, let's continue. The second replay is honestly the best one to show you how we bullied them. I was just showing you how the board goes with this deck. So let's continue. Claro que sí, muy bien. What? Yeah, this is the I'm gonna show you how we bullied them. Of course, we have a Lancer, which helped, but we did a great job at doing what the heck we were going to do. So we're going to activate the tempo again. I took this out because of the Dominus Impulse. You could play it, but you're going to use Dominus Impulse a lot, especially going going second. You don't want 5 cards in your deck dead. You don't want that. It's not something you want. So that's why I took it out, but it's really good. As you can see, we're going to activate the Sangan, get another Sangan, set the Sangan in the back. We're going to get both of these out of here to special summon the Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. We're going to use both of these, go into the Zombie Vampire, activate the Zombie Vampire, mill 4 from each side. Yep, there it is, boy. There it is. So having this milling this is really good. Now, Zombie Vampire is honestly not that great against this deck, but if you get you into your place, it gets you to this play. The reason why it's not that great is because if you banish any one of these that's not the hair and they have a hair in their hand, then you're gonna have a problem. But either way, we're gonna special summon the Ponyx, get ourselves the Fire King Sanctuary, activate that thing, get the temple out of here. I have a new home. I have an island now. We're gonna activate the island, pop the Ponyx, get the Garunas, activate Garunas, special summoning, pop Arvada. Yep. Which maybe Oconyx would have been a better pop. Never mind. Special summon the level 8. They're gonna hit us with the Nib. I'm gonna activate the Kirin. What an idiot! Why is he using the Kirin right now? You're gonna lose it, dude. Doesn't matter. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm gonna pop this, and you're gonna see why. As we're gonna activate this, pop that. I lose my whole field. Great. No, not great, but what can I do about that? We're gonna get a token and face. Now, you see how he wiped my field? It's only courteous of me to do the same. As I'm gonna activate the Lancer, they're gonna activate the Dirstrom. I'm forcing them to use their banish effects. Look how crazy this is, right? They're gonna banish the rabbit, they're gonna activate the rabbit, special summon the rabbit, get a trap. Now, they can't do a lot of different things, right? They still can't banish, but this is still 3 bodies onto the field. They can set up a board that can lose this game easily from here. But again, it is courteous of me to do what you did to me as well. As I'm going to activate the High Avatar Kirin, special summon it, wipe their board, get the whole thing out of here. They're going to activate the Dirsom, who the heck cares. They're going to send this back into my graveyard. I'm going to activate the Ponyx, bring it back to the hand and face. It's great. We're gonna join to a bonfire because of course we're gonna activate bonfire, get hit with an Ash de la Blossom. It is what it is. I can't do anything about that. Sad times in the kingdom. Sad times in the kingdom. So here of course we're gonna normal summon the Ponyx, activate Ponyx. We're gonna get the Skyburn to the hand. We're gonna activate the island, pop the Ponyx, get Oconyx. We're gonna activate Kirin, special summon the Kirin. We're gonna activate Kirin's effect, pop the not Kirin. What am I saying? Garunix, we're gonna pop Kirin. So we could special summon Arvada, and then with Kirin, we're going to pop this back, which is the trap we already knew. Arvada on the field, they're going to activate the hair. They're going to choose to banish here, so I'm going to negate that. And then clearly, I'm just going to pop probably Oconyx, yes. Get that thing out of here. We're going to go Battle Phase, slap him for the 39, slap him for the 18. We're going to use both of these monsters here after setting our Skyburn. And we're going to go into a Hita because they did Ash me. Congratulations, you play yourself. Activate the Hita, bring the Ash back, use both of these, get my cash back. Oh my god, I almost started rapping. Either way, get the Promethean Princess out of here. That's my royalty. Activate that thing's effect. Royally special summon the Oconyx. Activate Oconyx, pop the Ash. ¿Qué fue? What am I doing? Things and cooking. So the Ash is useless against this deck. As we all know, it's not necessarily useless, but you don't really get to use it much. So by doing this, I ensure myself that I get to do my game play, my game plan, whenever I want to by having this Kirin in the hand. You're gonna see what I mean. As we did pop, we're gonna use both of these going to the whale. Give me that as mine. Start swimming in the fire, bro. Start swimming in the fire. Set that in there, end phase. So basically, the reason why I decided to change the Ash for the Kirin is because now when if they do anything, I can activate Kirin Pop and I can start popping shenanigans on their field. Also, I get our Vata back, which is a monster negate. They have 3 cards in the hand and their graveyard is dead. Straight muerto. That means dead in Spanish. Either way, that's why we did that. Because that Ash wasn't going to do anything. As we're going to activate the Ponyx, bring it back to the hand. We're going to activate the Malice on the ground. By the way, I'm just telling you how that worked. I don't think I planned that. Just so you know, because I think this is from the stream. Either way, they're going to activate the underground. They're going to banish the cat here. Activate the cat's effect. So before the cat hits the field, I'm going to activate the Kirin. Activate Kirin. We're going to pop the Ponyx. Of course, that's going to trigger our Garunix. Activate Garunix, special summon it. We're going to activate Garunix. We're going to pop the Kirin on the field because I already used all the 3 from the deck. We're going to special summon our Vata, and I'm going to pop the heck out of that thing. Yeah, no drawing for you, my boy. Get it out. They're going to normal summon a Dormouse. Activate Dormouse. We're going to negate with the Arvada. We're just bullying them, bro. And now we're going to pop the whale. Get the whale out of here. Activate the whale. Special summon the Hita back onto the field. They're going to activate the hair. Bro's hand is immaculate. They're going to banish the rabbit. Activate special summon the rabbit. What am I doing? Bring my royalty back. Pop the rabbit. Special summon the princess. We popped a level 2 monster. Oh, never mind. Bring the Lizardos out here. Oh, I have this thing. Yes, Skyburn. Pop both of these. Get them out. There's no way for them to get 3 bodies onto the field. And it's GG's. You see why I built this deck, bro? You see why I'm telling you this is probably one of the best counters to my list? Because once they get banished, you just start popping them. As long as they can't get 3 bodies onto the field, you keep popping things. Pop them all over the place. Shoot them down. So with that being said, let's continue. I don't know, it's because I'm commenting about the fire deck, but it's hot, bro. The boy dehydrated right now in this room. Either way, here they're going to activate the Allure of Darkness. I'm going to throw the Maxi immediately. These are the only ways to do anything against this deck. And the reason why I throw the Maxi is basically 2 reasons. You don't want them joining to Ash and then negating your Maxi, so you might as well throw that thing out. And reason number 2, they definitely have to banish, and if they banish a Malice monster, they're going to have to special summon it, which is exactly what they did. They're going to banish the rabbit, activate the rabbit's effect, special summon the rabbit. We're going to join to an Ash. They're going to activate the rabbit. I have an infinite impermanence negate the rabbit. Which is one of the downsides to starting your combo with a Lord. You always should set down a trap if you have it, which I don't know if that's one of the traps that they for the Malice, but we'll see. Here they're gonna throw out their own Maxi. I'm like, okay, congratulations, we could play perfectly under that because our hand is good. Normal summon Arvada, slap over that thing, get it out. We're gonna set our Skyburn, we're gonna earn our turn. They're gonna activate the MTP, get in the hair. So it was a trap. Again, we could have definitely made a bunch of plays, but not on their Maxi. So what we have right now is good. We have a monster negate pop that's gonna lead to another pop, and we have a pop. All right, popping it. Either way, we're going to continue here. They're going to activate the hair. They're going to banish the rabbit. Rabbit going to come back onto the field. We're going to negate that. Always stop them from being summoned back onto the field. You don't want that, especially the rabbit. Negate that thing. We're going to pop the Kirin. Kirin no activate. Oh, because I don't have. Makes sense. Makes sense. This is fine. This is fine. They're going to go into the Link Karibo. Normal summon a cat. Yeah. Pop him, bro. Pop him in the mouth. Get that thing out of here. No drawing for you. That's going to trigger Arvata. Special summon the Kirin back onto the field. And that's a scoop. They have 2 cards in the hand. I think they normal summon already. Maybe they didn't. But they need specific ways of getting bodies onto the field. And if they can't do that, it's GG's regardless. I'm telling you. I think On-Chain could probably be really good against this deck as well. Any deck that's popping right now, that's popping cards, can be really good against my list. As long as you're not banishing them. Let's continue. Alright, familia, here we are for replay number 4, I believe it is. Number 3, 4, maybe 5, I don't freaking know. So yeah, here we're going to start it off. We're going to send the 1-for-1 to the graveyard. Now some hands, one thing about this deck is that some hands you got to choose and pick and choose what you're willing to sacrifice. So we send the 1-for-1 to special summon this thing, because if this gets stopped, then at least I could island pop Kirin, get Garunix, and make plays from there, right? So here we're gonna activate the Avatar. Luckily we didn't get stopped. We're gonna get the Deception, activate Deception, get the Avatar out of here, and there it is, Ash Blossom. And that's why we did the plays how we did the play. Now, honestly speaking, no, yeah, it was either the Avatar into this, get ourselves a, yeah, no, this is fine. So we're gonna get stopped. So of course I'm gonna tell you what I just did. We're gonna do what I just did. We're gonna pop Kirin, get Garunix, activate Garunix, special summon it. We're gonna get hit with Duel and Logbird, which let me see. No, we do not care. We do not care at all. We're gonna special summon Garunix, activate Pop Arvada, activate Avada, special summon the level 8 Ghost Bell. Yeah, we don't get to do jack nothing here. Absolutely nothing. So we're gonna set our only form of disruption, and we're gonna hope. Yep, as they're gonna activate the Sangan. Sangan gonna pay the taxes, special summon. Then they're gonna get the wedge, the Golem. Golem, set it in the back. You know they're gonna try and get the temple, but I believe I stopped this here. Yep, we're gonna activate the info, negate and stop that. Negate and stop that thing right there. Luckily they were kind of bricked. They are playing the Millennium Engine, so I guess they didn't have more follow-up, because normal summoning here doesn't do a whole lot of anything besides giving the extra body for the extra damage, as they're gonna slap us for the 50, slap us for the 600, then they're gonna link off into a Linguribo here. And weird play, I'm not gonna lie, because he went into SP Little Knight. Now with SP Little Knight, I was like, okay, we get smoked here. Now don't get me wrong, I understand maybe like why bro did this. Let me just make sure I don't have a hollow in the graveyard. Yes, if I get any monster I can get rid of it. I can get Murcielago, I could slap over this thing, and then I can make really good plays. But you should have got rid of this island. But he died, I don't know. You tell me what you would have got rid of if you made it this far. I think the island might have been the better choice, but whatever. So here we join to the Sangan. We're going to activate the Sangan, set it in the back. You know how this works. Special summon it. Getting ourselves the Golem. Set the, oh, never mind. Yeah, attack over that thing so we don't lose our body for no reason. Go main phase 2. We know they're bricked. Their hands sucky. We're going to go into the Golem. Special summon the Golem. Now here, of course, I don't have an extra monster in order to do the whole 2 level 8 play shenanigans. So what do? We're going to use both of these. And we're going to go into a Nightmare Phoenix. Give me that is mine. We're going to activate the Phoenix, send the temple to the graveyard because we don't need that. Pop this. And this is a fire monster that we could pop to make our plays. Congratulations. You played yourself. This deck is extremely fun to play. And I'm really honestly talking about the Fire King shenanigans. I love Fire King, bro. I gave Snake Eyes, you know, a lot of shit throughout the year, but this deck kind of really needs it, honestly speaking. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for it. I'm going to give you a bonus replay after this, which wasn't against my list. And yeah, because all of my duels were literally against my list. So we're going to activate the Wanted. We're going to get hit with the Ash. I decided not to cover the Grave list. Because of the hand that we have, we legitimately have all the follow-up that we need to make plays. As we normal summon Panics, we're going to get hit with the Infinite Impermanence. It is what it is, right? We have Deception to do follow-up. We're just not going to get our Fire King shenanigans, but we could get into plays like this. Activate Deception, get rid of the Panics. We're going to get ourselves the Hollow Asemina, right? Activate the Hollow. We're going to show the Murcielago so we can special summon Murcielago. And Murcielago can search the freaking spoils, which is freaking nuts. So here we're going to activate the spoils, get the Murcielago the heck out of here, special summon the Ash. We're going to activate Ash. Whoa. Okay, never mind. I was like, we got stopped again. Either way, we're going to lose the Murcielago here. They're going to activate the Durstone, banish that thing, get it out. We're going to get ourselves the Poplar. We're going to activate the Poplar, special summon it, link it off into the Linguribo. We're going to activate Poplar, put it in the back, get both of these out of here, special summon the Flameberg. Use Flameberg, push this thing in the back, activate the Wanted because I need to draw one card. We're drawing 2 Ash. Let me see something real quick. Link off, summon, get, bring back. Okay, I was going to say maybe I should have waited to thin out the deck a little more before I drew, but this is fine. This is probably the best time to do so. We're gonna go into the Hita. We're gonna activate Flameberg, special summon both of the level 1s. Bring the Ash over here that belongs to me. Use both of these to go into the Chimera. Then we're gonna use both of these monsters, go into the Promethean Princess. Activate, bring back the Flameberg, get into the Whale, set her back, and end our turn. So you're gonna see here the main weakness of this deck, which is the card that they're gonna use right now. They're gonna activate the Code by the Grave, because I remember this replay. They're gonna activate the Code by the Grave. Now here, if I remember correctly, they're gonna banish the Promethean Princess. Now that's extremely bad. But you know what else protects your Promethean Princess, bro? You wanna take a guess? Lancia. Lancia protects your Promethean Princess. So if you're playing Lancia and they're gonna cover the grave your Promethean Princess, throw the Lancia out immediately and you're probably gonna win that game. As we're gonna lose her, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna activate the on the ground. They're gonna banish the Dormouse, special summon Dormouse, activate Dormouse, banish the Rabbit, special summon the Rabbit, activate the Rabbit's effect, setting down the MTP. They're gonna use both of these monsters, link off into a Splash Mage. Now the same card that did it to you, well, that did it to me, is gonna do it to you. Finger the door, get it out of here. Finger the door sounds crazy. What? get the Dormouse and whatever the heck, get it out of here. They're gonna set a background, gonna activate Flamer, bring back this thing, and yeah, they're gonna scoop. Because you gotta understand, they don't have follow-up. Both of the monsters in the graveyard have been banished already. Splash Mage can't do anything. I have all my plays in the graveyard. The MTP cannot banish unless it's a Malice monster. So all of that back row is dead, and then by me getting the Durst onto the field, it's easier for us to just get lethal damage on my turn. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia. So I decided to give you guys a last little extra replay. Now this was from the stream. Now you could tell in this replay that I legitimately did not know what the heck I was doing. I kind of knew, but I didn't know. As they're gonna activate a Full Follows here, they're gonna send that thing to the graveyard. Luckily for us, we do have a Cover the Grave. We could essentially make plays under that thing without having to give them too many draws, but we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. So this is a good but awkward hand. So we started off with the Fire King Sanctuary. We're going to set the island. And then I got rid of the Sanctuary to special summon the Avatar. Now, if you was in the stream, you're probably like, what the heck is bro doing, bro? It's stupid. Why are you doing that? Well, essentially, right, sometimes you have to make sacrifices in order to try and play around disruption. Because I have the original Sinful Spells in the hand, I don't mind this being negated. But if this doesn't get negated, then I get a Sylvia or Murcielago onto the field, which is going to facilitate my plays, right? So we're going to activate the Avatar here. We're going to set a Deception. We're going to deceive our opponent by activating Deception. Deception is going to get rid of the Avatar. And there it is. We got hit with an Ash Blossom. But again, like I told you, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Here what we could do is activate the spoils, get rid of Deception, and now we could special summon the Ash. Activate the Ash effect, get us out the Poplar, and we could combo from here. Special summon Poplar, we're gonna pop the Poplar, get Garunix to the hand. Poplar gonna come back to the back row, special summon Garunix. Garunix is gonna pop an Arvata, and we don't have any other Fire King monster to special summon, so Arvata can't special summon anything. So now we're gonna activate the Ash, get both of these monsters out of here, bring the Flamer. Now mind you, this is how much we played against freaking Snake Eyes that I legitimately on my second game with no practice knew how to do all of this, but it's not that hard, honestly. Snake Eyes is just link off, special summon, bring more bodies. It's just a body generator. As we're gonna activate the Hita, special summon the Ash, use both of these, go into the IP Mascarenita. Then we're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Promethean Princess, my royalty. Activate that thing's effect. We're gonna special summon the Flameberg, and if I'm not mistaken, with the Flameberg, we're gonna put the IP in the back. Yes, sir. We're gonna use both of these monsters, and we're going to the Whale. That's our board. We're gonna activate the Deception because we already deceived our opponent, so we could get this back, and that's pretty much it. So here they're gonna activate the Hollow Asamina. I'm gonna activate the Flamer to special summon the IP Mascarenita back onto the field. Now I probably should have done that, toggled on and done that immediately, so I could kind of not have to deal with this, but they send the spoils to the graveyard. We're gonna special summon the Silva. I'm gonna legitimately activate IP to bait that out because we don't want to deal with that later for any other effect that actually matters. So they're gonna lose that. Get that thing out of here. Of course, they're gonna activate the Hollow, bring back the Sylvia, get the Hollow back to the hand. They have the Avatar to get rid of the Hollow, special summon. Now, bro knew what the heck he was doing. Clearly, bros plays this deck as he's gonna get the Deception, activate the session, get rid of the Diablo Star. Luckily for us, we had this Ash. You see why I started the duel the way I started the duel? Because Ash can be really good against a lot of different shenanigans. They're gonna activate the spoils here. Return Diablo, start getting Ash. Now is when bros actually gonna start playing the game. As he's gonna normal summon the Ash, get themselves the Poplar. You know where this is going. Special summon the Poplar, activate the Poplar. Now here I decided to activate the Princess. Now I had a great plan, but I'm an idiot, as most of you may know. So we're gonna activate, right? We're gonna pop the Flameberg. I don't think I should have popped the Flameberg here. Again, it's one of my first duels with the decks for a long time. Divine Temple to the hand. I activate Garunix and I activate Flameberg. Now the problem here is I should have probably gave up on using the Flameberg's effect. I should have activated Garunix only so I could get the extra pop because I think we would have won the game. But no, I saw Yellow Buttons and I clicked because I'm a real Yu-Gi-Oh player. Only the real ones do this. As I special summon Garunix, activate the Ash, activate Garunix. Of course, I believe I did pop the Kirin. Yo, but the Kirin has to special summon a monster in order to pop. So yeah, I definitely should have just gave up on the Flameberg. I would have been able to special summon Arvata, pop a card on the field, and I'm pretty sure we would have won the game from there. But because I don't have space to special summon Arvata, I can't pop Kirin. So therefore, we're gonna get the Ponyx to the hand. We legitimately just basically lost everything due to my stupidity. They're gonna link off into a Linkuriboh. They're gonna activate the Poplar, get the Ash in the back, activate the Temple, get themselves the Snake Eyes Diablo Star. They're gonna get the back row out of here to special summon the Doom Dragon. Doom Dragon gonna put my princess in the back, which is crazy. She's not royalty anymore. She's just a peasant. As they're gonna go into the moon, activate the moon for no reason, link the moon off, go into the Requiem, activate the Requiem, get the Requiem out of here. Ask me how bro is not losing to time, I have no idea. As they're gonna special summon the Lotion La Crema, activate Engrave and move the moon back. I'm not gonna lie, I was having a great time doing this duel. Just go watch the live stream, I'm telling you, it's probably towards the last 2 hours or something. Go into the sequence, activate the sequence, get rid of all of the 3D, well, shuffle these back, go into a Desiree. Now he's gonna use both of these monsters, link off into a Promethean de la Princess. One time for the one time, they have their own royalty. She's fake, mine's the best one, even though she's in the back. Activate the Promethean Princess, special summon the Ash, get the Ash. Bro was cooking, I ain't going front. Bring the Flameberg onto the field, get the sequence, attach it to the Desiree, activate Flameberg, put the whale in the back, slap me for the 22, get rid of the Poplar. Poplar gonna activate, we're gonna put an Ash in the back. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, that doesn't matter. Pop the Snake Eye, activate, special summon pop, Ponyx, get the Ponyx, get the Skyburn. Main phase 2, bro decided to negate my monsters, I don't know why, but congratulations, I guess. They're gonna go into a Hita. Here they're going to activate the Flameberg, special summon both of the... How are you not losing to time? Because I did a lot, but you're doing way more than what I did. And then bro decided to go into an Apollo of the Estados Unidos, aka the USA. And somebody told me about the bear that she doesn't have. Really cool backstory. Thank you for commenting that. That was really cool. So here they're gonna activate Deception. They're gonna put Deception in the back and in the turn. Now this, I said it while I was playing live. This is stupid. I don't know what made bro go into an Apollo when I clearly just searched a Skyburn. But then again, he couldn't negate a Skyburn with Desiree, so I get it. Never mind. Now that I think about it, we join to the Wanted, which is great. We're gonna activate Deception, send Garuna because he likes being in the graveyard, get ourselves the Hollow. He has to negate this because if he doesn't negate this, then I get a negate. So look at me thinking. I don't know if I did this on purpose or not. I didn't remember, but I probably did. We're gonna say I did because why not? We're gonna activate the Skyburn now that they don't have a way to stop it. Pop Ponyx is gonna trigger Garunix, special summon Garunix, activate Garunix. They're gonna activate the field spot to special summon the Ash. I gave bro ammunition. Yes, because if I didn't put the Ash in the back, he would have had to special summon one of these two from the back. And by me or themselves popping these, I would have got these things effect. Well, except for the princess. So yeah, really smart on him, but especially summoning the Ash because that's going to make their Promethean princess live. Yes. special summon that. Garunex, pop Kirin. Kirin, we have space, special summon Avara. Pop the Desiree. Of course, Desiree has the effect to send. So they're going to send a field spell. And then he chain blocks that with the Promethean Princess. Really smart on bro. But it was also kind of stupid because now by you doing that, I'm just gonna activate Avada and just negate the Promethean Princess because I'm gonna lose her anyways. So congratulations. We do not care. We do not care. As we're gonna negate that, pop the Garunix. We're gonna lose our field spell. That's gonna pop Arvata. Arvata gets to activate, special summon the Kirin onto the field. We're going to activate the Wanted, get ourselves a Diablo to the hand. We're going to send both. So this is how you know, maybe some of you that didn't watch this live caught it already, but I should have definitely started this duel with getting Diablo and sending Promethean Princess to the graveyard. That's something I realized later, because by doing so, maybe when they would have special summon or done all the shenanigans, even when they special summoned this, I could have activated Princess, pop a card, and pop this as well, or pop the whatever other monster they had. But either way, I'm running low on time. We're going to activate Diablo, set another Deception, flip it for no reason, and then we're going to activate the Wanted, return the spoils to the hand so I could draw one, join to a Kirin, which is crazy. Pop my Ash for the 24. Pop this thing with the 25. And we're going to go end phase. We're going to lose the Kirin. Now, again, I was running really low on time. I don't remember how many seconds I had. This board is cooked. Let me see something. The main phase, and you could destroy one fire monster in your hand. I think, actually, I might have been okay. Because if I'm not mistaken, I can activate this and pop this whale. Somebody correct me on that, but I think I could do that. Unless it has to be... I don't know. I think I could do that. But it didn't matter because I got ponies back to the hand. And I think I was like, oh, thank God. As they're going to activate the Deception, get rid of their the Fualos, get themselves the Hollow to the hand. I'm going to activate Kirin, pop Ponix. They're going to activate the Field Spell, especially some of the Whale. I activate Garunix. I haven't had a duel like this in so long, bro. Like, this is crazy. Interaction in this day and age is going to pop the Whale, pop Garunix. Garunix going to activate Promethean Princess, pop my Kirin, pop my Whale. Like, we're playing the game. Pop this, special summon the Princess. This is tough. This is tough. We're going to pop Volcanics. They're going to pop my Kirin, special summon the Princess. We're going to activate Kirin, activate the Whale. With the Whale, I'm going to special summon their Hita, which was probably a mistake. I'm 100% sure I was running low on time. Special summon Arvada, pop Deception. They're going to activate Princess, special summon Flameberg. I should have popped the Princess. Activate Flameberg, put Arvada in the back, normal summon a Lori. Now he's going to pop my Princess in the face. Pop Diablo Star, we're left with a Hita on the field. End phase, activate Deception, set it in the back. We're both running really low on time. Go watch this live because it was crazy. We're going to get the OG Garunix to the hand. He special summon my Arvata to his side of the field. So that's going to trigger my Princess. Activate Princess, target their Arvata to pop. They're going to negate that with my Arvata. And now they're going to pop their Princess. Them popping their Princess is going to trigger my Whale. Activate the Whale's effect, banish it. Pop their back where I should have popped my own Arvada. Activate Ponix, bring it back to the hand. And now we're going to normal summon Ponix, go battle phase. Slap my Arvata, activate Arvata. Special summon Volcanics onto the field. Slap my Volcanics in the face, get it out. That's going to trigger Garunix. Special summon Garunix, activate Garunix, pop the OG Garunix so I could get a huge attack boost. So I can slap over this Lori. Lori gonna get the heck out of here. They're gonna special summon Linkuriboh. But the crazy thing about this is that Linkuriboh had to be activated before I already called my attack. So he can't activate this to get it out of here in order to diminish my attack to 0 because I already called this attack. So because of that, we go for lethal damage and win the game. It was crazy. Please, if you made it this far and didn't watch this live, go watch it live. Because it was hilarious how I was just clicking on things and it was working out and it was just funny. So with that being said, let's get back to the deck list. All right, familia. So that is again. I could take that thing out. Take it out. But again, this is the deck list. This is the video. I really think this is one of the best contenders to my list right now. Even going second, depending on the hand, you might be able to play through a few shenanigans. Honestly speaking, it's the banishing of certain cards that might be a problem for you, but that might be a problem for every deck. My point is that I really think that popping my list in the mouth is better than almost any form of disruption, except for, of course, you know, preventing them from special summon, which is why you play this, but there's not a lot of cards that do what this card does. So for that reason, I think your best next option is playing a deck that pops. Playing a deck that pops is going to help you a lot, because as long as you're preventing them from getting 3 bodies on the field, you're doing great. Also, this deck doesn't get stopped by Lancia at all, and yeah, it's just really good. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Continue having a great day, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace.